Man, I've put in the work to make sure I'm in a good financial position, and I will continue to keep putting in the hard work and the hard grind to maintain a good financial position, blood. So about 15 minutes ago, my girl texted me saying she thinks there's been an electricity cut. So I phoned her using WhatsApp video call. She didn't answer, so I phoned her using like a normal mobile call, innit? So she picked up straight away, and I said, phone me back on WhatsApp video call, innit? I want to get to the bottom of why there's an electricity cut, because I'm not at home these times, innit? I'm just around the corner at my workplace, but I wasn't at home, innit? So boom, I said, turn the camera around, I want to see the fuse box. I checked all the trip switches, the fuses are all in the correct position, so I know, okay, nothing's tripped. So I thought, oh, maybe it might be like, you know, like when the fuse at the substation, and this is all technical jargon for you lot, but anyway, when there's a power cut in the street and that. So anyway, I said, oh, don't worry about it. Let me come home. I'm 5-10 minutes away anyway, and I'll just look at it. So anyway, I went to the electric meter and noticed the power had run out. The electricity had run out. So I was like, all right, cool. So anyway, I took the electric key. Now I'm on a key. I'm on a key meter. And a funny little story why I'm on a key meter, yeah? So basically, the reason why I'm on a key meter, because all of my other 2 properties and that, I pay the bills through direct debit. They're on smart meters or whatever, innit? But at my yard, they won't allow me to get electric meter, innit? I'll tell you why. So basically, obviously, man bought the yard a couple years ago and that, and there was something wrong with the electric meter. So the electricity was just coming out for free. So if it's coming out for free, I'm not going to top up. So I didn't top up for like 3 years. And then one day I decided, you know what, I want to get a smart meter. So anyway, they sent around like some Eon engineer or whatever to come and look at the electric meter to change it to a smart meter and that. So 10 minutes after he came, he said, sorry mate, I can't change this to a smart meter. There's asbestos board. You know, asbestos is that harmful substance, isn't it? There's an asbestos board behind the electric meter. It's nailed to it, it's screwed to it. I can't change it. We need to get the asbestos team to come out and deal with it. So I said, all right then, cool. So he left. I just thought, yeah, I'll hear back from them in 2 weeks or whatever, innit? Next thing you know, I see these 2 big guys, look like gym man, white man, gym man, walking past, and they're looking at me through my kitchen window, innit? So anyway, they walk past, they're looking at me, and then I heard them knock at the door. So I'm like, all right, cool. Open up the door, what's up? He's like, yeah, we're here to change your electric meter. I'm like, that's quick. I'm like, obviously, the guy that was here before, he said that the asbestos team needs to come out and do it and that. He was like, nah, we don't know about no asbestos and that. Apparently, someone's been jumping the meter. As in, they've been linking out the meter and they're stealing electric. I'm like, what are you talking about? So anyway, he's poked his head underneath, like bent down really low, crouched down low, looked underneath the electric meter and seen a wire going between the 2 live conductors and that to basically jump the meter, innit? I was like, blood, I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, real talk, man, I don't know nothing about that. And I was like, funny enough, and you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have said this because it's going to make me look guilty, but I wasn't guilty. So I don't mind telling the truth, even though it could look like it's going to incriminate myself. I said, you know what? I'm actually an electrician, you know. And him and his work colleagues started laughing. So anyway, they said, well, basically, you're not going to be able to get a smart meter because it looks like you've been stealing the electric and that. I was like, I don't know about no one stealing no electric. From when I had the yard, it's always been like this. Yeah, so I just thought it was just giving out free electric. I'm not going to phone up Eon and moan that I don't need to pay for electric. You understand what I'm trying to say? So anyway, he said, what we're going to do is we're just going to rip this electric meter out and give you a brand new one and give you a key. Yeah? And then you can phone up Eon and discuss that with them or whatever, innit? Because when people bypass meters and that, it goes into like minus or debt or whatever, innit? And then when you remove the link, the bypass, which is illegal, when you remove it, it kills off all the power, innit? So anyway, that meter was no longer usable and that, so they gave me a brand new one, innit? Now, the reason why they sent some big hench guys and that, because if you understand the way some people might react, like, imagine an electric meter man goes to a place and he tells the customer or the tenant or whoever in it, the homeowner and that, oh, you've been stealing the electric. Some people can become volatile and that. So there's a special team of people, and basically these guys are like bailiffs. They are trained to go to places where the tenant could become aggressive and that. Now I wasn't aggressive with the guy, but some people, they might kick off and that. Yeah. When they've been told, oh, you've been stealing the electric, or it looks like you've been stealing the electric and that. In the history of the world, it's happened a lot of times, isn't it? Yeah. So they tell the engineers and that, just make up an excuse, get out of there, and we will phone the bailiff kind of guys who are electrically trained to come around and deal with the situation. Because them man, they're a big, tough man. You understand what I'm trying to say, innit? So anyway, so that's the story. Bro, I almost lost this flipping key meter. Blood, I better not have lost this key meter, you know. Stuck down the side of my flipping seat on my car. That's got £100. I better get my pliers out, blood. Anyway, so the reason why I'm on a key meter that's flipping stuck down the side of the chair, boy, I might have to cut the video, boy. But anyway, boom. So that's the story. That's why I'm on a key meter and that. So I told my girl, yeah, get the key for me, innit? I'm gonna go to the shop and top it up. So this is when I've discovered just now that, oh, the electric has run out. Yeah, grab me the key, let me go and top it up and that. So anyway, she's gone to get the key now, and then she's come back, and I said, look, you know, money's tight right now, things are tight, do you mind going halves on the electric and that? And I just said, I'm joking straight away. I mean, she would never take a statement like that serious. She knows how much money I got. And I was just thinking to myself, when I was driving there, driving back, I'm like, yeah, this is why man forget in a good financial position, man for putting the hard work and hard grind. So you don't even need to, in a time of desperation, blood, you have no electric, you're desperate, fam. You don't need to go hard with your gal, blood. So let me just explain the situation with me and my gal, innit, yeah? So it's my house. I pay for all the electric, I pay for all the gas, all the bills are all in my name, I pay for everything. I don't go hard on my girl on nothing. One time I told her, you go and top up the gas meter or whatever, innit, yeah? A few months back, before Christmas and that. I just told her one time, you go and top up the gas meter and that. Other than that, I pay all the bills and that. I let my girl stay for free. The only thing I make her do is buy the food. So she buys the food and that. And yeah, she does the grocery shopping basically, innit? That's all that she does and that. But it does come up to quite a lot. I think she said she spends like almost £100 a week and that. Yeah, that's because obviously she buys all different meats and that, and she don't want me to get bored of her cooking the same food and that. Because some people can just eat the same food every day and that. I mean, I can eat the same meal 3 days in a row, but then the fourth day I need the next thing, innit? But yeah, I don't need my, certain man will be like, oh man, you're just being a provider for your girl and that. You're just paying all the bills and making her live for free. Blood, I don't need my girl to contribute, blood. Do you think, yeah, see all the man here that say, oh no, make the girl pay half the bills, make the girl pay half the bills and that. Blood, the man them that are saying that, really and truly, it's probably because they're broke, fam. There's no millionaire, billionaire on planet Earth. You think fucking Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg or Drake or whoever the rich person, Alan Sugar, is making their gal contribute half to the bills, blood? No, fam. No man of money or man of substance needs to make their girl contribute half. Yeah, I don't need my girl to pay nothing. All of this, make the girl pay half on the date, and then I fuck that bullshit. Now, every once in a while, every 1 in 20 dates, if the girl wanna bust the date, like, you know, pay for the date, then cool. If she wants to bust you on the date, then cool. But blood, when I take my girl out on dates, I never make my girl pay half. Fuck all that bullshit, blood. Fuck all that bullshit. See, this is why men are not in authority, and this is why these women are all these boss babes and that, because they come across too much man who want to go halves and 50-50 with a girl. There's no 50-50, blood. Certainly not in this situation, blood. I run things, I set pace. It's my yard, I pay all the bills and that. Yeah. My girl, come, be submissive, behave your ass clout self. If you don't, you get kicked out and that. Yeah. I don't need my girl to pay no fucking bills, blood. Because I don't even see it as my girl using up any bills and that. Alright, fair enough. When I'm out at work during the winter and that, obviously, like me, I ain't one of them guys as well. I'm a cheap ass, you know. No, I don't want to say I'm a cheap ass. I'm a frugal man. I'm frugal. I'm not a cheap ass. I said to my girl, listen, yeah, when I'm out at work, don't feel like you need to turn off the gas and sit in no, my girl is not sitting in a freezing cold house whilst I'm at work in the winter and that. No, turn on the heating and that, and if not, just use the fan heater and that. There's no point heating up a 3-bed house if you're just going to be in one room. So turn on the fan heater and that. But do you know what? If the ambient temperature throughout the whole house dips below a certain amount, you need to turn on the heating and that, because it's all well and good having a nice room that's warmed up to like 24, 25 degrees. To then go into the outside, the rest of the house that's freezing cold, and that's not good. You don't want to, that's how you catch up cold. That's how you get the cold and the flu and things, then when you keep going in and out of the warmth and the cold and that. So yeah, man, them, if you all on this, contribute half the money to the bills and that, fuck all that bullshit, blood. Nah, but you're a grown ass man, blood. You're a grown ass man. But certain man, they wouldn't even understand what I'm saying, fam, because they live under a girl's roof. So you covering all the bills, and that don't even make no sense. It don't even make no sense. Think about it this way. How can a man cover all the bills, but then he's living under a girl's roof and that? So who's paying rent? You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's like almost you're paying for her, and you're, come on, man. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. Man, them, don't move in with a gal. Get your own property. Pay all the bills yourself, yeah? If the girl want to contribute here and there, then fine, innit? Yeah? But nah. Maybe, you know what? Maybe your girl could give you a little £200 towards whatever, innit? Yeah? But not this, oh, hey, yeah, the gas bill was £100 this month. You know, okay, I'm going to need you to pay half of that. Fuck all that bullshit, man. I'm a grown-ass man. I can pay my own Rouse Club bill. I don't need no gal to help me with no bills, man. But this is this is what happens when you become a man of substance. You work hard, you make sacrifice, you save your money, and you don't need to rely on no woman to pay no Rouse Club bills. But yeah, man, I got to get my pliers out to go and get this thing, boy, because there's £100 on this key. I can't afford to lose that, boy. Money's tight, things are hard. But imagine, I'd feel so low if I couldn't afford. Like, I've never been in a position where I can't afford to pay no bills, you know. Never, brother. Like, since the age of 18 and since I've had bills, I've always had money, blood. There's been times where money's tight, where I've spent all my money. Like, let's say, for example, when I bought that Egypt property and that, I spent all my money and literally I was in grind mode. I remember when I spent all that money, I had like £200, £500 to my name, less than £1,000. So jack shit, fuck all, innit? I remember working for one company. They were based in, where were they based? Yeah, they were based in Tottenham. What am I talking about? They're based in Tottenham. Well, that was where one of the office was, in Tottenham. I remember working from 7 in the morning till 4:30, maybe leave at 4 o'clock, little 30-minute early finish and that. Going home, eating my dinner, relaxing for 2 hours and that, and then bam, at 7 o'clock, 7:30, I would leave and go to Poplar to go to one community centre to install lights, or go to the other community centre in Islington where they used to have the vending machine. But I remember hard grinding and that. And, you know, sometimes that's the best times in your life, you know. Maybe not at the time when you're doing the hard grind, but it's afterwards when you're like, you're settled and you're cool, blood. You get me? You're easy, your bank's nice and that, your bank account's nice and that. You could just sit back and remember them times when you was hard grinding. I remember, literally, so man would start work at 7 in the morning for the company I was working for, finish at 4:30, go home, chill for 2 hours, eat my dinner in that time, leave, get to Poplar around 7:30, 8 o'clock, whatever, work there for 4 hours, and then get home at like midnight, half past midnight and that, you know. Now, man's just casually just, you know what I'm saying, like relaxing now. Blood, man's on like 300 a day, maybe 325, whatever, and it depends on how many jobs I do a day. Man's on like 1,400 take home a week, you know, a week. Man's calm, blood. Man's got 2 extra properties and that. They both give me, one gives me 1,100, one gives me 1,200 a month. Nice, blood. Nice, fam. But it comes from putting in the hard work and the hard grind. But basically, we just end the video on talking about like people becoming aggressive and that. So anyway, I had this tenant, yeah. So I must have phoned up one guy. I had one address to go and test, yeah. Phone up one guy, innit? Boom. So when I'm chatting to him, I'm like, this guy sounds like he's mixed race or something. He don't sound fully black, but he sounds like he's mixed race, innit? But that's how it is. The black people in Northampton, to me, they sound like white man / mixed race, man. Some of them you could tell they're black, but they don't sound like me, innit? So I just think like they're like mixed race or something, innit? So boom. I found out this guy, and the way he's talking, I'm like, yeah, he's probably mixed race. He's definitely a man of colour. He could be black, but he's definitely at least mixed race, innit? So anyway, me and him had a few back and forth calling each other and that, because I needed to go to his yard, but he was out and about and he was busy, innit? So boom. So we finally arranged a time for me to go to his yard. Let's say it's like 12 o'clock, innit? Boom. So I've gone to the yard now. It's a flat, and prior to that, I phoned him. I said, yeah, I'm making my way there, and he's like, okay, I'm making my way there as well, innit? Boom. So anyway, I pulled up outside. I got there before him, and I'm waiting now, innit? And I see an Audi coming towards me, all tinted out, and I'm like, yeah, this must be the guy, innit? So boom. What happened now? Yeah, he's pulled up. Black man's jumped out. I said, are you for this? He's like, yeah, cool. So anyway, he said, wait there, innit? Let me go in the flat. I need to sort something out quickly, innit? Boom. gone in the flat now. And then he's come out after 5 minutes, like, yeah, you can come in it, boom. So the flat's pitch black and that, because there's no natural light inside the hallway of the flat. So anyway, the electric meter was all burnt out. All burnt out, blood. Yeah? So anyway, he said, yeah, man just recently come out of jail. And you get me, my cousin was here doing a little something, something. I ain't even gonna say for the cameras, innit, yeah? Doing a little something, something, yeah? Yeah? So, I was like, alright then, cool. Because I ain't gonna, you know what I'm trying to say, innit? I ain't gonna start stitching on a man and that, whatever, innit? So, I was like, yeah, whatever, innit? Cool. So I'm thinking to myself, what kind of madness is this, blood? It's either you let your cousin do what he's doing, or your cousin not have no respect for you and he got hold of your house keys and he's doing whatever he's doing. Either way, this is not good, fam. So anyway, it was a situation where, like, I need to report that or whatever, innit? But at the same time, I don't want to get the tenant in trouble, innit? So anyway, I just left it because I know my manager's going to pick it up and that. So anyway, boom. My manager's phoned me. He's like, yeah, I saw the electric meter was all burnt out and that. Yeah. I'm going to need you to phone up the energy company or whatever and let them know, innit? Yeah. And I was like, all right, then cool. And he was like, you know what? I'll just do it or whatever, innit? Boom. So anyway, he was like, did the tenant say why the electric meter was all burnt out? And I was like, I didn't really get into it or whatever, innit? Yeah? But I was like, do you know what? The tenant was cool on that, but yeah, he was a bit, not abrasive, he was a bit evasive as to why it was burnt out and that, innit? So anyway, boom. Because I don't want to get no one in trouble, innit? So boom. So, I put down the phone to my manager, innit? Cool. So my manager's going to go and deal with the situation, innit? And he's talking about getting the electric company engineer to go back and go and look at the electric meter, innit? So I'm thinking to myself, after I got off the phone to him, I'm thinking to myself, nah. The way this guy was, he was mandem. Proper mandem. Just come out of jail and it's proper mandem, innit? Yeah? He's not the sort of person you want to piss him off, yeah? And be in a small, confined place with, yeah? So anyway, I thought about it and I thought, nah, I'd feel guilty to send a man in there just in case this guy kicks off and that. Cause he seemed like the type of guy that would kick off. So anyway, I phoned back my manager and I said, you know what? This was like after like 20 seconds, you know. I was like, you know what? Nah, don't tell the energy company to send 2 people in. Make it a 2-man job. Because I don't know how this guy's going to react. I said to him, when I was there, me and him were cool. Even if the guy started smoking weed, if I asked him to stop smoking weed, I think he would have done it. No problem, innit? But if he's being accused of doing something illegal, I don't know how he's going to react. Yeah, so I said to my manager, listen, yeah, if it was a gas engineer going in to do a gas boiler check, the guy would have been cool, no problem. Like I said, if I asked him to stop smoking weed, he would have been cool, no problem. But if he's being accused of doing something not supposed to, or, you know what I'm trying to say, innit? Yeah, I don't know how that guy's going to react. So don't send no one in there on their own. Yeah, put a flag on the system, yeah, and just send 2 people in, just for the sake of the engineering. Because no one comes to work to be threatened aggressively, and I'm not saying the guy would have done it, but what I'm saying is, yeah, it would have been a nice situation. The guy's gonna kick off and that, because obviously he knows, innit? But anyway, my manager phoned me back like a day later or something like that and said that basically the energy company been on to him for like a year or something, innit? So the guy knows, innit? So. But yeah, man, that's it for today, man. I need to go and get my pliers out and go and get this fucking key, because I cannot afford to get me money's tight. I cannot afford to let £100 go down the side of my flipping chair, man. But anyway, man, that's it for today. Stay wise. Done now.